How's it going everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be doing a review on the Otofix D1 Lite. I'm going to be going into detail how I found the product. I used it for over 5 weeks in the workshop while I was abroad, and I'm going to be giving you my honest and open feedback on how that review went. Otofix reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to have a look at one of their products. I did a little bit of background information on, and I could see that it was an Autel product that was rebranded. So I said, yes, I will have a look at the product and I will check to see what it's like. Any of my reviews that I do, you know that I'm open and honest with my feedback, and that's no different here. The company has not told me what to say or what not to say, and all the information that's presented in this video is of my own personal feedback and how I feel about this scan tool. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so this is the Otofix D1 Lite. So this is one of the entry-level options in the Otofix. They do have other ranges as well that have more capabilities than this one at a higher price point, but this is the one that I have been given to have a look over and see what I think. Just a breakdown on the initial box: 7-inch touchscreen, VCI connection, which is through Bluetooth, which is very nice, and it's got a good range to it. 5,800 milliamp hour battery, multilingual support, and tool resistant grease and water. So it's built for a workshop environment. It's built to be able to be hands-on and got a good coating on the outside of it for that. So let's just open this up. Got a lovely blow molded case that keeps everything in place and tied down and protected. We have an adapter, USB multi-plug adapter there. This is the VCI, so anyone who is used of using Autel tools will be very comfortable using this setup. That is the software that Otofix uses, and this is the exact same VCI Bluetooth that you would plug in from the Autel tools as well. We have charge cables there, plug connector. That's not suitable for Oz, but you may be useful for your region. We got a nice Velcro strap to keep it in place, and then you have all the user information, manual, etc. down there, and then this is the tablet. When we turn it on, we see Autel official product, and then Otofix, your friendly consultant. So a startup, very similar to what you would have with an Autel tool. And like I said, if you are comfortable using Autel software, you're very much going to be comfortable using this tool as well, because it's like for like. And in this screen here, you have all the updates. It gives you the expiration date of how long yours is valid for, price on how much it is per year. In this case, very cheap, $119 US per year to renew it on the D1 Lite version. Now, as you have more updates and it's more capable, then that price goes up. So if you have, for example, an Autel Ultra, that price is going to be over $1,000 per year for your updates. So let's update all. Please update the OM one first. So let's do this. And I'm going to go through and download as much of these as possible, and then I'll take you through the next steps on this tool. So the updates are still going on in the background, but the layout of this tool is very, very nice. I like the outer hard type casing that's on it. It seems very durable. Time will tell, of course, as it's in the workshop, but I like it. It looks well built, it feels well built. One downside that I can think of straight away, but you kind of get away with it with the grip, is that there is no stand. So we don't actually have a stand on this one, which I think every scan tool should have some type of stand on it, but you can get around that. It is quite grippy on the casing, so the rubber still holds quite well against different surfaces, and I have been able to balance it on steering wheels as well, dependent on that. It does have a camera in the back that you can take photos with as well. It's a useful type of tablet.
Let me just go to the home screen here, Android, and let me pull up Google Chrome. And you have the ability to search online, so you can go on to a YouTube channel, for example, this is my one, and you'll be able to go through different videos and search what you want, and it is capable of playing them on the tool, and you should be able to tab in and out as you want. So you can go through, search, let's say if you have a certain fault code that you want to look up. So very handy to have that as part of your tablet. You can go in and out. If you had more technical information available through websites that you're using, you would be able to save them on your home screen and go in and out through there. Again, a more powerful tablet with a bigger hard drive with a better processor is going to be faster going in and out. This is a entry level one, so I don't expect it to be rapid fast. I don't expect it to be able to store tons and tons, especially when it's heavily loaded with all your updates, etc. So bear that in mind. This button here brings you straight to the service section. So oil reset, electric park brake, tire pressure monitoring system, battery management system, brake bleed, DPF after treatment, immobilizer keys, injector, steering angle sensor, suspension adjustments, throttle, window doors and roof. So see, these are all relearn, recalibration ones that you can do. Odometer, lane change assist, headlamp, tire size. So if you were changing the tire on your vehicle to a different size, you may be able to, let's go in and see which one it does. So all of these models you have the possibility for. Speed and PTO, clutch, transmission adaptation, airbag reset, air fuel setting, so also a relearn, automatic start stop, electronic water pump, so very useful. And these are the common vehicles that you would be using that in. A Volkswagen, say it's so the VAG group, BMW, electronic water pumps throughout those. So very useful to have that on any tool. EGR, which we all know is something that you need on everyone. FRM, reset, and we should have more as well. Yes, we do. Transport mode, HV battery, ACC, air conditioning, rain, light sensor, reset, control unit, relative compression, and that is that a relative compression test inbuilt in Volkswagens and Skodas. So you have a relative compression test inbuilt in the tool for Volkswagen and Skoda. Very useful. Very useful. Coolant and refrigerant change, sunroof initialization. Now that you have an idea of what comes with the kit, how much service functions are there, and the general layout of the tool, I just want to give you a rundown of the different vehicles that I worked on while I had this scan tool available to me back in Ireland. Range Rover Evoque, that was one of the first vehicles that I done a scan on, full system scan, check over of the system, and ran through some live PIDs and information after some major work was done in the garage. So the first one I have here is a Range Rover. This is an Evoque 2014. And I just did a system scan and checked to see if it could read fault codes and get live data, and it has. So it's pulled glow plug, and what I found as well, which is quite cool, is it has service manual inbuilt with the code. So what you can do now, it takes quite a bit of steps, but this is the in step here. So related to that code, if you had symptoms, engine system, starting system starts with difficulty when cold, or starting system will not start. So I clicked on that, click OK. Symptom based diagnostics, fuel lift pump. So it's trying to give you an idea as to what could cause that problem. And then fuel lift pump reset, if you wanted to reset that. Fuel lift pump you can do that there. But there was a lot of steps leading up to that, selecting what's in the vehicle, what's not in the vehicle. Is it 4-wheel drive? Has it got certain displays, etc., etc.? But that was quite cool that it had that. It's got freeze frame data, live data. Here's an idea of what would be included in that list. Just wait for it to communicate. But that's my idea with this review. I'm going to be plugging it into all different types of vehicles and seeing if it can pull the information and seeing if it could clear the information and give me what I need to do on certain jobs. This is powered by Autel. It's through Otofix, but anyone who's used to using Autel products would be very familiar with these screens. And you can see some of the live data. What is always useful with live data is searching. So go there. What will we look up? Fuel. Something to do with fuel. Let's see how many PIDs we get. Fuel rail pressure, fuel rail temperature, voltage, volume, fuel relief. So lots of information related to what you need. Each euro is not showing up, but that could be just, sometimes it's the terminology that leaves it in a way that it's not showing. Okay, so let's type exhaust. So we can see exhaust gas recirculation, exhaust gas temperature, commanded exhaust gas recirculation. But you can see all these modules that it's able to communicate with. So powertrain control module, transmission, ABS, restraints, instrument cluster, parking brake, body control, all-wheel drive control, speed control, gear shift module, gateway module. And that just gives you an idea of how powerful these small little tools have become. When we originally started getting scan tools, we could only dream of being able to communicate with all these type of modules with something that is real entry-level price range. This is the most basic type of tool that you would look to spend if you're in a workshop, and this is a great way to get into DIY repairs. It's a great way as a backup. Maybe you're doing some roadside work, or you just want something that's really handy to grab and read and clear codes and get some live data information. That's the type of tool that this is for. Nissan Qashqai was one of the next ones I worked on. That had swirl flap related faults, so pulling up that live data information, the information related to them swirl flaps, the different display styles that it's capable of doing. So if you don't like just the number reading, you can graph it, or you can have that dial type RPM gauge view. So that's a nice function of the tool as well. But what I wanted to speak on also is, when updated, this became a fully bi-directional controlled unit. So when I got the scan tool D1 Lite, looking up information, I didn't think it was going to be fully compatible with bi-directional controls. I thought it was going to be great live data information, great fault code reader, and excellent with that service reset functions, which there is a ton of them in there, and it was very, very useful for that. But it goes to another level when it's fully bi-directional capable. Now, when that happened to me, updated, I did contact the supplier straight away, asked them, was that something that was just released in my package, or was it a mistake, or was it something that anybody that buys this product from the supplier will have the same updates? They assured me that if you buy this product directly from them, you will also have the same capabilities as what you're seeing in this video. So that is huge, and that is a very, very, very good benefit to this tool. I'm actually extremely surprised that it has that function. Anyways, the other ones that I worked on, BMW 5 Series 2018 brake bleed, capable of doing that. Volkswagen Transporter, full system scan, reading fault codes, all the resets service-wise that you need to do, etc. It was also capable to do that as well. So the fact that the bi-directional control information, I didn't realize that till a little bit later on. I decided to put it through its test on this Astra that you're seeing here. So what that opens up is you're going to have more active tests that are going to become available to you, like fuel pump relay, like you see here. And I'm just going to demonstrate the EGR solenoid tests that you can do. So you can command the EGR on and off, and that can be in the vehicle, or you can remove it and visually look at it when it's removed from the vehicle as well. And that clicking that you hear is that solenoid coming on and off as it's commanded, so you know that there's power going down to it, you know that the ECU is commanding it down, and it is capable of checking that. The fuel tank ventilation valve, as it's named here, aka the purge control solenoid valve, that also is capable of being checked, which is a very, very good test to do. This is something that I've done many, many times over the years.
On, off, on, off.
Checking to see if it's clicking, if you have a dead solenoid or there's a break in a wire. When you go to command it, it won't do anything. So you're able to either remove it, then bench test it, and it's just another way of actively being able to diagnose things really fast and smoothly. These are very, very good tests that you're able to do, and they work flawlessly. And in the special function side of this D1 scan tool, it's also able to program in the tire size. So that tire circumference that you have, you can pick any of these sizes that you see here, and if you changed wheels, or if you got new rims and new tires and you wanted to update it so that your odometer and speedo is in the correct range, because if you put on a bigger size tire, it's going to be a different turn and circle than a smaller. So you want to put that input into the vehicle, and you're capable of doing it in this. The electronic throttle body control. Absolutely fantastic to have this in GMs if people are common with GMs. So this Astra, you have your Cruises in Australia, you have Captivas and Chevrolets, as it's known in the States. A ton of GM ranges, including Jeeps as well, that have these electronic throttle bodies that are going to have throttle position 1 and throttle position 2. And they are known to have issues. So having the capabilities to not only read throttle position 1 and then throttle position 2, but to actually decrease and increase the range. So you can actually see that throttle flap opening and closing. You can see the percentage changing in the TP1 versus the TP2. And then you can see if it's agreeable, if you're getting the correct percentage change as you're moving it along, or if there's any issue as it opens, or maybe it's not fully closing, etc. Sometimes they can get dirt on the actual plate themselves. It requires cleaning, but having this function is absolutely fantastic in this price point of a tool.
And that is it for this video, guys. That is my review of the Otofix D1 Lite. I think it's an absolutely fantastic product, a great price range, and I think it will suit a lot of DIYers and professionals depending on what you require it for. If you are interested in the product, all the links will be in the description. I don't have this tool anymore, so I'm not going to be able to give any more feedback than up to this point. So if you do have any questions, make sure you reach out to the company, and all the details will be left in that description below. There's also going to be a reduction in price up to a certain timeline. Again, all the information will be down below. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it useful and informative. If you did, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.